Hello my dear students, today I am going to discuss some of the problems of projectile motion that has been asked in JEE Mains 2026 and 2025 and 24. Okay, so first question is from JEE 2026. The question is, an object is projected with a kinetic energy K from a point at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. The ratio of the difference in kinetic energies at point B and C to that at point A in the absence of air friction is. Okay, so one object is projected from this point A. Okay, let me take this image here. From this point A with kinetic energy K. Okay, kinetic energy is K at point A. Kinetic energy is equal to K. Okay, so if I draw the figure here, okay, like this. This is projected at an angle 60 degree. It's a very easy question actually. So at this point A, the kinetic energy is K. There is a point B which is the highest point of the part, and there is a point C. Okay, so kinetic energy at B and C, differences in we were asked with KB minus KC according to the question. Okay, by Ka. Okay, we need to find out this. Now if kinetic energy here is K, suppose it is projected with some angle, some velocity u, then its x component is u cos 60 and this is it u sin 60. This is the y component of the initial velocity and this is the x component of the initial velocity. Okay, so kinetic energy at A, so kinetic energy at K A is equal to half m u square, but at point B there is no y component of the velocity. At point B, since this is the highest point of this part, here Vy equal to 0. Y component of the velocity is 0. So we are left with only x component of the velocity, and x component of the velocity is constant at any point of this part. Okay, because there is no any acceleration along this direction in projectile motion. So Kb will be equal to half of m u square cos square 60 degree, right? So this is equal to half m u square cos square 60, it is 1 by 4, so it will be 1 by 8 m u square. Now we also know that if a projectile is projected with a speed u, अगर speed u से इसको प्रोजेक्ट किया गया है तो क्या होगा, सेम स्पीड से ये ग्राउंड पे गिरेगा, मीन्स it will strike the ground with the same velocity u, right? That is u cos theta, and this will be u sin theta. We know this from the theory of projectile motion, right? So kc is also equal to, kc will be equal to half m u square. Now we need to take the difference of these two, kb minus kc. So kb is your 1 by 8 mu square minus half mu square. Okay, then half mu square. That is, we can write it as half mu square kc minus kb, since this is greater, so it is 1 by 8 mu square divided by half mu square. Okay, okay, let me write this here. Okay, let me bring this here, this portion. Okay, this portion I will bring. Okay, here. Okay. So this will give you what? Half mu square minus this will give you 8 4 mu square minus mu square divided by half mu square. So this will be your, so this will be equal to 4 minus 3, which is 3 mu square by 8 divided by half mu square. So we will get 3 by 8 mu square into 2 by mu square. So this will got cancelled, this will be 2 4, so the answer will be 3:4, right? So the ratio is 3:4. So correct answer is option C, that is 3:4. Okay, so our next question is, so this is another question that has been asked in JEE 2026. A projectile is thrown upward at an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal. The speed of the projectile is 20 meters per second when its direction of motion is 45 degrees with the horizontal. Its speed is given, that is 20 meters per second. At that moment its direction is also given. The initial speed of the projectile is, so according to the equation, let me draw the diagram first. So this angle is 60 degree, angle of projection. It is making an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. We don't know the initial speed, right? But we know the speed. Let me take that point be this one. Okay, this one, anywhere, which is making an angle of 45 degree. But at this point, let me this point P, where its speed is 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड. ओके, यहाँ पे इसका स्पीड कितना होता है? 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड होता है. और ये कितना डिग्री एंगल बनाता है हॉरिजॉन्टल से? ये 45 डिग्री का एंगल बनाता है. तो क्या होगा, e this is the speed and this is the direction. Okay, this is the direction. So यहाँ पे एक important concept, the important concept here we need to know is that the horizontal component of the velocity remains constant. Of the velocity always remains constant. Why? Because acceleration along this is 0. So initially horizontal component in this direction is u cos 60 degree, that is the ux component. If we take it as x and y, this is actually the horizontal component of the velocity, and this is the vertical component, that is uy is equal to u sine 60, right? Sine 60. So at the point P, the horizontal component is u cos 45, v cos 45, v cos 45 degree, that is equal to v is 20, right? 20 cos 45 degree. So this will give you 20 by root 2. So this is your horizontal component of the velocity at point P, and this is constant, and this velocity should be equal to the velocity, horizontal component of the velocity at the initial point. So we can write horizontal component of velocity at P should be equal to horizontal component. Let me take this point as O, of velocity at O. So we can write here 20 cos 45 is equal to u cos 60, right? So what we have is 20 by root 2 is equal to u by 2. So from this what we will get, from this we will get root 2, so u we will get as 20 root 2. So this we got it as 20 root 2. Okay, 20 root 2 meter per second. Okay, so initial speed of the particle is projectile is, ये क्या हो गया, फिर ये हो गया हम लोगों का 20 root 2 आंसर. Okay, in meter per second. The next question is this one. A boy throws a ball into air at 45 degree from the horizontal to land it on a roof of a building of height h. If the ball attains maximum height in 2 seconds and lands on building in 3 seconds after the launch, then value of h is. देखो अभी हम इसको ड्रॉ करेंगे, कुछ इस तरह का होगा ये. ये 45 डिग्री से प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा है. It is projected at an angle of 45 degree. So this is your maximum height point. Okay, यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए इसको कितना टाइम चाहिए, 2 सेकेंड. मीन्स इफ दिस इज माई पॉइंट O and this is the point A, which is the maximum height point. Okay, so time taken from O to P, which is the maximum height point, okay, is equal to 2 seconds. After this, after passing through this maximum height, it launches on a building of height h, okay, in 3 seconds. That means the building is here. Let me take the building is here. So the height of the building is h, and let me the point b, this point be b, okay, यहाँ पे b होगा. तो o से b तक जाने के लिए इसको कितना टाइम चाहिए? 3 सेकेंड. टाइम taken from O to B is equal to 3 seconds. Okay. So from the first given information, that is time taken from O to P in 2 seconds. So time taken to reach the maximum height. This is the maximum height. So time taken to reach the maximum height, we know that at maximum height Vy equal to 0. So using this one, Vy is equal to Uy plus Ay into T, we can find this Vy is equal to 0 at the maximum height. Okay. So Uy will be equal to, this is U cos 45 degree. Horizontal component, vertical component is U sin 45 degree. So this will be your U sin 45 degree. Right? Minus GT. So time taken will be U sin 45 degree by G. This is also one formula. So you need to remember this formula. अगर formula याद रहता है तो अच्छा है. Formula, remembering the formula is very, very important. So formula is T equal to time taken to reach the maximum height is U sin theta by Z, right? It is the half of the time of flight of the projectile. So putting this time to here, we will get the value of U. Okay, so U sin 45 degree by Z, take the value of G to be 10. So we will get U value as U is equal to 20 root 2. Sin 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So it will be 20 root 2. U is equal to 20 root 2. So we got U as 20 root 2. Okay. So this U, we got this 20 root 2, right? Okay. Now we need to find the height of this building. So now to launch at this particular point B, the y displacement of the projectile becomes the height of the building, right? Okay. To launch at point B, y displacement or the vertical displacement, right? Y displacement or vertical displacement is h, and time taken to reach this vertical displacement is 3 seconds as given in the equation. Okay, so putting this in this equation, we can use this particular equation. V and V, we can use this one as y equal to uyt plus half ayt square. Simply uy is your, this is u, but what is uy? Uy is our u cos, u sin 45 degree, right? Because this is like this, right? It was at 45 degree u, then this component is u sine 45 degree. Now if it is u sine 45 degree, then u sine 45 degree value is 20, right, from this equation, because this is your y component, uy, right? Uy is u sine 45. So it is 20 into t minus half. Ay is your 10 t square. Now time taken is given as 3 seconds, so it is half into 10 into 9, so it is 60 minus 25, 60 minus 45, and this come out to be 10, 5, 5, 15. So height of the building is 15 meter, right? So height of the building is 15 meter. Okay, so 15 meter is the answer. So which option is correct for this particular question? Option A.